Talk about a big summer release. I am really looking forward to this film. As somebody who's been a fan of James Gunn, at least on the Marvel side, not all his other films, I mean, especially some of his R-rated ones, I tried watching, and as much as I raved about it at the beginning, Brightburn failed to deliver for me. I think it was, in the end, it was too dark and just way too graphic in some other regards. It was a hard film for me to sit through. And it just really, again, it kind of fell flat for me. But I've been down that road of, James Gunn of R-rated stuff before. But now instead of, going that direction, we have an R-rated Suicide Squad from HBO Max, which sounds very interesting. Again, I didn't watch 2016 Suicide Squad as much as I wanted to. I've been a huge fan of Suicide Squad for years. I just had a lot of issues with that film, namely in the way that women were depicted as well as the type of magic they were doing. It was just kind of like, I didn't like that. Plus, I know I didn't really miss anything because the story was not apparently that well put together. I know people are championing right now because of the Snyder Cut. They want the Ayer cut. Hey, I'm all for releasing that, if that's the actual, film and so much was cut from it. I'd like to see the Joker and Harley stuff at least, because that stuff looked great. From what we've seen, like behind the scenes stuff, it didn't get added into the final cut apparently. I don't know if there's any momentum on that. I probably won't watch this again, like the Enchantress stuff and whatnot. It's basically 2016 though. I understand. Maybe it'll be fair better though in terms of the critical response. Who knows? I think at some point that will be released. We'll see. But we have this one in the meantime coming for HBO Max, which looks really good so far. I really enjoyed watching the Suicide Squad trailers. Very bizarre. Again, Starro's the villain here, and you think like telekinetic starfish. Okay, they're calling it a kaiju basically. Well, essentially. That makes sense. It's almost like another Godzilla movie with DC characters that are expendable, and they're all over the place with this film. I'm very excited though to watch it. This is another big trailer. It's called Rain. We're going to watch this first, and we're going to tell it more in my condensed just watching the video together. And King Shark's in this too. I love King Shark. Here we go.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
I'm not joining your Suicide Squad.
We'll see.
My court date is coming up. And Miss Waller said maybe you could help me out.
You're stretching in my door!
Everyone stand down.
Miss Waller, I don't...
Stand down!
Viola Davis really does give a good performance.
I wouldn't take such extreme measures if this mission was
really fitting for the Amanda Waller character from every iteration that I'm familiar with, at least.
Or out. Good. Let's meet your team.
It's okay, I'm not okay.
Each member is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities.
I need to feel the raindrops on my head, on my head.
I love the look for this Harley Quinn, by the way.
Number 2.
Good to know.
Love the diamond pattern on the jacket.
Is this thing a dog?
I know he said pictures of that very early on, but it looks great.
I'm gonna go with Afghan Hound.
Oh my God, it's a werewolf?
Yo, they sent me next to a werewolf! Yo, let me out!
Hey, he's not a werewolf, okay? He's a weasel. He's harmless. I mean, he's not harmless. He's killed 27 children, but,
Your mission
They're still really going with that. I mean, Warner to some degree. Again, this is like the Joss Whedon thing. Like, oh, we've got him in here, and he's a Marvel fly.
Starfish is a slang term for a butterfly. Think there's any connection?
Some of the humor is not... The first trailer had this too. It just isn't working with me. And sometimes crude humor can do that. I just kind of like... I'm not getting...
Let's get it.
Peter Quill looks ridiculous. But it's like just some of the jokes aren't working.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
I'm a superhero!
Where's my dad?
I'm gonna get you out of your life.
I'm going to get you out of here alone.
This really looks interesting. Oh, that's great.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
You call him Ratatouille.
Now it. Stay off the comm.
That looks like a lot of fun. It does. I mean, it looks like a big summer hit. Now, we'll see. Because, again, the R-rated aspect is going to probably make this inaccessible to some audiences. And some of the humor, again, the first trailer, they had a bunch of, we'll call them richer jokes. You know what I mean? And they did not play out that well. It was just kind of like there was one after the other, and then it just didn't seem to make I don't know. I mean, I thought that, plus, for me, it's like, well, I may have to go and bleep that later, so I really don't appreciate having to do all the heavy lifting. I'd much rather just put a trailer up, and it's mainstream form. However, I do make alterations considering I have a younger audience, so I take exceptions to that where necessary. But it just didn't play out that well. I don't think it really did. I didn't respond to the humor. I didn't understand why it was there. And I kind of felt that with that Starro joke with, I guess Starfish joke, actually, of John Cena, who looks so... I mean, all the characters look ridiculous. But, some look realistic. Others just are like, okay. Like a walking weasel and, obviously a shark with legs. I mean, that only goes so far. And Peter Capaldi, again, looks absolutely insane. But it's the thinker. That is the thinker. You just didn't think you'd see that put to film, right? But yet here we are. So we'll see how accessible it is, and how well it does, come forward when it gets a simultaneous release from HBO Max and theaters. But I'm excited for it. Again, I much prefer this iteration of the Suicide Squad, and there are characters that were in the 2016 film that I've really come to love, like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. She's amazing, and her costume is exquisite here. I love the red and black. Fabulous. What are you guys' thoughts? I mean, the pink and blue I know do very well with cosplayers. However, the red and blue is the Harley that I'm familiar with. Let me know your thoughts are down below. Don't forget to get stuff to like, subscribe, the sharing, hit that bell. Until we get to watch more, I will see you guys at whatever point that happens to be. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love your fellow man. God bless and peace.